So, hey guys, Chauzu here. Time for some Grand Voyage Zoro level 5 at the Baratier. And I've actually discovered a new strat that you can use for Battle 3. It's not listed here, but basically when you enter this stage of level 5, you take 100,000 damage, guaranteed, no getting around it, which is usually bad. But we're going to make use of Law's captain ability here, the old Halloween Law, who's always been a great captain for these Baratier slasher int Grand Voyages. And yeah, when he takes damage, he gives it back 100-fold. And usually you can't make use of this due to normal attacks only. But as you can see, we have a workaround around that. And yeah, it will involve bug stall, which is usually really hard for Grand Voyage Zoro. And the only really good strat we have already included Law and his super type to heal your HP back before you enter stage 3. I'm using whale sharks in this video, which is a really good ship, like it's the best ship in the game probably. So a lot of people will also probably invest in it. Anyway, two teams this video. The first one has more accessible units, but also requires quite a bit of investment, while the second one doesn't require as much investment, but might be a bit tighter in terms of HP. So yeah, all of these units have beaten this Grand Voyage before, even if maybe not on the same team. And we're going to play the beginning pretty standard. Always try and kill the first unit with Big Mom, since she will always want it KO. For this team, I'm pretty sure you will definitely need fully level Limit Broken Big Mom. But I'm pretty sure you can swap captains in this team if you happen to have a high investment Law instead. So yeah, we can actually take 2 turns here to kill. So first turn you need to kill these 2 mobs, since they have a 1-turn timer. And then the second turn, if you haven't been able to, you can take out the mob behind, but I do it in the first turn. In this playthrough I start bug stalling right away, but as said, you can do one more normal stall first. Just hit with the weakest unit you have basically. The reason I stall a bit extra here is because, well, you will understand yourself when we're done stage 3. But with this new strat, we just insta-kill stage 3. And that means we actually don't decrease the turn timer. So usually you can only stall 1 turn this Grand Voyage, but with this new strat, you can actually stall 2 turns, which is pretty cool. And we'll probably see some more usage in the future, I'm sure. One thing to keep in mind for this Grand Voyage is that for the first 2 stages, if you're not within 1% of your max HP, you will get extra debuffs. On stage 2 you'd get ship bind, and on stage 3 you get a ton of bind on the top row. So with Law heal we can both bug stall and ensure we have enough HP for this stage. And as you see, we stall away the normal attacks only. And it's basically just 1 more extra turn of stall than you usually do with Big Mom. And as you will see with my next team, it's not any more stall at all. Because watch what Law does here after taking the damage. First we need to go through all of the debuffs of course. But yeah, he just won it KO stage 3. I think that's hilarious. We're talking it's not the hardest Grand Voyage, but it's not free either. And it's like the first Grand Voyage ever where we can just skip a stage, and it's not any stage. It's a stage with a ton of debuffs. And one of the biggest benefits here is that we get away with using less support. So normally you need to remove 2 turns of bind, now it's just 1 turn of bind. We'd also need to remove 7 turns of paralysis, now it's just 6 turns. The same with the spear. And another big thing is that we don't need to do damage stage 3, which is usually very hard. So for this team, for example, we can use Big Mom here to get an attack boost for this stage, where we usually will need to use her for maybe stage 3 instead to do enough damage. One issue with this team is that we have no unit that makes int orbs matching. Smoothie gives beneficial orbs this stage, which means we don't get the negative orb debuff applied when we move to stage 5. But fact remains, Psi orbs are not matching. I think I said int, but I mean Psi, of course. But Brook actually has quite a few supports to make Psi matching. I'm using the newest, which is the rare recruit Robin. I also use Roger Odin here to get an attack boost, because otherwise we wouldn't have one. And Brook pairs perfectly with Ein here, able to get rid of all of the debuffs. And yeah, pretty cool Ein strat. We use her one time, stage 4, one turn stage 5. Just removes the remaining stuff we needed. And yeah, as you will see, the damage is tight here. You can't get away with super much less than I do. So yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on to the next team, which is probably better, but might be a bit harder to build. And as said, HP might be rough, but as you see, you can run a ton of stat support. And I'm able to get well above 100,000. So remember, all you need to do for this team is have about 100,000 HP. And of course, the level 12 plus 2 whale shark. Or reaction might work with level 12 plus 2, but I can't try that myself, so. Anyway, we're going to use a similar strat here. And some will probably ask me about Big Mom here, and I can test lower investment Big Mom. But you will see that the final stage has so high overkill that I think non-level limit break 5 Big Mom will work. The main thing is that I can test it myself. And as said, we have HP limit, so it's not like I can take a random Big Mom at level 99, because then I probably don't have enough HP, so feel free to test yourself. Anyway, here you will see that I stall properly. I adjusted my stalling here. And basically, you can do one more normal turn of stall. So we have this fun situation where this strat adds as a negligible amount of time compared to normal bug stall. You bug stall exactly as much as before, but you just add one more normal turn of stall. So this is like better in every way. And yeah, we're not going to swap Law anymore. We'll swap him before we enter to the next stage, but yeah. We're trying to set up so that Kill and Law are int for final stage. Honestly, not that it matters, because we do a ton of damage. One final thing I want to bring up is that Smoothie has the support to remove Death Down, the support recruit, I forgot his name, one of the Big Mom songs. You could replace that with Perspire on Big Mom. The main issue is that you need to get indoors matching, so then you have to set up so that Kid is captain on stage 4. So you basically need to swap a bit differently. So you see we tank that like a champ. And now we just wait for all of the debuffs to go through before Law can kill this stage easily. And yeah, here I start with Law special, so I get a bigger ore boost. Super swap Big Mom and use her special, so we get a bigger chain lock than Mihawk. After using Big Mom, you want to swap Law and Kid, at least with if you follow exactly my strat here. Then Smoothie, and Smoothie support will also make sure we get a full board of matching orbs, which is pretty cool. And I do want to talk a bit about Mihawk, because as you see, Mihawk's special does not fully recharge. This is like the one negative with this strat. Otherwise, Mihawk can get his special back very easily. But since we do no damage stage 3, he can't do it here. But it's still important as, well, we need to remove the death up this stage. We need a Mihawk. Unless you have V1 Mihawk maxed, this is your only option basically. And yeah, as you're going to see, final stage, this is an insane kill, because not only do we have attack boost, or boost, color affinity, and chain lock like usual, we add death time conditional, and we also make super type stronger thanks to Kin and Law. And if you're wondering why we can even use Kin and Law, since no Kin and Law form is int and slasher, but that's just the way OPTC works. If one form is int, one form is slasher, that counts as int slasher. And so the cool thing is that Kill Law handles all of the def up, and then we have Killer who handles the damage reduction as well as adding that big death time conditional. So this is insane overkill. So yeah, I hope these teams are of use to you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.